Y'all, I love my new camera light, but I gotta find a nice happy medium between like Instagram and Facebook. So, all right, hold on. So, okay. So we got Instagram going. Boom. Let's get Facebook going. Boom. All right, it says 3, 2, 1, and I'm gonna be live. Okay. Hey y'all. So I got a new ring light and I'm super excited because this is really about to take my videos to the next level. So I want to show Facebook real quick how it's going to look. So on Instagram, it's got me looking real bright right now. So I kind of toned it down just a little bit. But Facebook, look, okay? Look at this. Look at how clear my video is, Facebook. I'm about to get y'all together, okay? But let me turn it back down because, what's the name is tripping a little bit. Let's make sure. Okay, it's public. All right. Okay. So I tone it down just a little bit so that we can be good. Okay. So yesterday I made a post on Instagram and on Facebook. But on Facebook, I kind of went a little bit more in depth with it. Hey. On Facebook, I kind of went a little more in depth with it because, of course, Facebook gives me a little bit more space to do that. But I wanted to do a live response to what it was because the thing is, people will DM me about my post. They won't necessarily comment on the post. So a lot of topics that you guys will see me talk about is from DMs that I get so that I want to, just in case anybody else has the same question. I know I've done this. If I don't want to, feel weird about the question that I'm about to ask, I'll just go right to the DMs, which is completely understandable. And sometimes things can be tailored. So because it's tailored, you don't want to put all your business out there if that's not, your comfort zone. So because I'm taking this investors course on stocks because of course I prayed and I wanted to see where did I need to go first, like what was it that I needed to be studying first. So right now with the shift in market, like say for example, anyone who knows me knows I dibble and dabble in a lot of things, so I know how to day trade. I've day traded for about a year and some change. One of my old mentors back in the day when I was in FES taught me how to actually read the charts and, all that good stuff. So I practiced that for a while. But because of this financial crazy, like, wave that's going on, I started to like take the shift of like, okay, maybe I should be studying something different, right? Maybe I should be looking at like, maybe I should be shifting my focus. So I'm going into studying stocks because I'm looking at the longevity of it. Hey y'all, I got Instagram and Facebook popping right now. How y'all doing? Yes, people are very private. They don't. Yes, a lot of people do not want them to know their situation. But then I have a few clients that's like, oh, tell it all. Tell them I did this. Tell them I did that. So I created a group, specifically for that, for when people really want to, dibble the dabble. Yes, that's what I like to hear. Somebody said they've been day trading for 3 years now. It's amazing. It is, and I'm not done day trading. Not at all. I'm definitely gonna, go back to return to it, because I like it. But right now, after praying, gotta be obedient. Stocks were like really becoming interesting. I have been I will say so resistant to stocks prior to this. And I think it was a good thing that I was resistant because it wasn't the time. So now I just started studying stocks and I'm looking at the longevity of it, right? Day trading, of course, is something that's like, right now, every day you can do quick pullouts and things of that nature. But right now I've been looking for something more long term that I can grab while the markets are about to take a huge shift back up. Because you remember, I put the chart up, and you guys remember in 2008, things were like plunging down. Like, I mean, it was just terrible. And right now, that's what's happening because of fear. Everything works out of fear. When that happens, people gonna pull, people gonna do what they want to do. So now you kind of see a financial downturn going on. So me seeing what happened in 2008 and me not being as not that I wasn't as ambitious as I am now, I just a different focus. So I was like, all right, let me take this and take this opportunity because it may not come for another maybe 5 to 10 years after this. So I want to be a part of this. So I started studying, and one of the first things that I keep telling people is literally credit first. And I'm not the only one that's saying it. These are gurus who are making thousands or millions of dollars who are saying the exact same thing that I'm saying. Credit first. I got a comment that says, I love how the new generation of millennials and Gen Zs are looking at earning money completely different than many of the older generations. Yes, fear is becoming one of those things that we laugh at, right? We look at fear as an opportunity, and that's exactly what Dr. Boyce said. He was like, if you're a smart player in the market, you're going to know that fear, when it's fearful, that's the best times to play in the market. When people are pulling out of their stocks and you may be losing money because, of course, you may lose money in the market. You're going to lose money in the market. That's just, it's what it is. But there's this thing called stop loss, and, I like that. Yeah, but we're not going to get into that because, again, this is an investing training. This is literally where I'm about to go with it. But he was saying that when people start doing this is when you see they become very fearful. And this is when you have to really, make moves. But I've been preaching about this for the past 3 years that, yes, credit is the foundation. It's really not. I'm not trying to sell my service. I promise you, I'm not. I don't care if you work with me, if you work with Bob down the street, if you work from Crystal up the block. I don't care. I don't care if you do it yourself, but you need to educate yourself because listen, credit is the foundation. I don't care. You cannot do things without good credit. I mean, you can do things, but you're really costing yourself more in the long run. Yes, book that class. That's what I'm talking about. Now you're getting your hand in stocks. I'm telling you, Dr. Boyce is really good. I've been saying that I wanted to work with him. I just bought his class, $29. It was amazing. It's a mini course, and then he has a deeper one, of what you can do. Because, yes, correct. Good credit is something that you need to have because can be a buffer or it can be a cushion for times like these. Because in times like these, you never know what you could be, you could be leveraging things. You could be rearranging your finances with this. So I wrote down 5 points. I know I got my notes. I wrote down, so if you see me looking down, y'all know what's going on. I broke it down into 5 different specs of why credit is first. Because the thing is, okay, I don't know what my mouse is doing. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any comments. And my mouse was tripping. But if it is done right, you're going to have your house in order. The thing is, many of us want to just jump right into investing. And I'm not saying you can't, right? But before you begin heavy investing, you need to have your house in order. Meaning, you need to have a hard look at where you are. Because a lot of us will go into investing with the mindset of, I got to make up for all these last times that I didn't have it. I got to make up for all the times that I was broke. I did a similar live to this, but this one is like really just kind of housing it in, like really bringing it home. Because this is like the 6th expert that is literally saying credit first. Boom. Like hands down, connected 5. This is it, right? You need to take a hard look at where you are because you can't make up for lost time. You can't. I'm sorry. When you do that, you become greedy. And when you become greedy, you start making very risky moves that you're not necessarily prepared for, right? So you have to take a hard look of where you are. And that's okay. Sometimes and the thing is, a lot of people say, oh, my credit is just trash. I ain't got, it's going to take me forever. And it's not. It's literally simple little tips and tricks that as long as you have a system, you can turn your credit around in a year or less. And I'm not saying like a quick fix is in 30 days, I'll give you 300 points. No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying that it doesn't take 2, 3, 4, 5 years to build your credit. All you need is a good 6 to 8 months of hard going core. Consistently hard going core with a specific strategy, with a specific system. Right? And being aggressive. That's what you need because I'm telling you, when you organize yourself, stay with me because it's coming. It's coming, right? So not only do you get a hard look of where you are, you can do a budget cleanup. Now, if you are doing this with the right person, with the right company, with the right people, with the right systems, with the right strategies, watch how this comes to play. A budget cleanup. Because again, you need to be able to create more income for where you are. Everybody doesn't have the time to go out and get a side hustle. Everybody doesn't have the time to go get a second job. But you can clean up your current budget. And a lot of people say, oh, my budget is up to here. Yeah, your budget is up to here because you don't even know what your budget look like. You just know that money come in and money go out. Because you don't have an order. You don't have a system. Save yourself time, energy, and money. That's what system stands for. I said it yesterday, right? So you want to do a budget cleanup, meaning there's a lot of little gaps in your budget that once you lay out all of your expenses and once you lay out all of your income and you do the zero out method that I teach, the zero out, the under and the over, like underestimate your income, overestimate your bills, and zero out. Oh, buddy, let me tell you something. You're going to find room in your budget. And then as you're increasing your credit score, you can then do things like what is the best time to do right now, which is refinance. And not refinance to stretch out your loan because, of course, it has its pros and cons to refinancing. But you can refinance right now to create more money in your budget so you have an emergency savings. So you have money that you can actually play with, that you can actually invest in, right? Exactly. And to have your credit in order, you get to do this thing called leverage, and that's leverage other people's money. I had somebody on Instagram that said it's good to use other people's money to make money, especially the bank. Hello, there's a very creative system that's put in place that helps you to leverage the bank's money, right? So boom. Once your credit is in order, you can do things like that. People who have excellent credit and know how to use it, they aren't tripping that much. They're figuring out how to make money in these times. This is the perfect time to be trying to figure out how to make your money, right? So boom. The next thing is once you've created more room in your budget, once you've created more room in your your money, once you created more room for your money, you can now pay off debts. And that means a lot of that is like credit card debts. Because I'm telling you, look, hear me out. When you are paying down credit card debt, because this is one thing that he actually said last night. He was like, before you start investing heavy, make sure that your credit card debt to income ratio is very low. You want to pay off that high interest debt first because that's not something that you want to like continue to incur. Now, stuff like student loans, obviously we know that's going to span, for a longer period of time. But a lot of us just have about $1,000. A lot of us just have like $5,000 to $10,000 worth of credit card debt. That's not that hard to knock out. It's not that hard to knock out if you have a strategy, if you're utilizing and leveraging your credit. Y'all, I'm telling you, there are powerful tools out there that will actually help you and put you into place. And not to say, and this is before you start investing heavy. He was like, you can, do a little bit of investing, $5, $10, catch the markets when they're really good, etc. But if you're thinking about putting $5,000 into your investing account, but you got a $5,000 card, guess what you need to do first? Pay off that card, because then guess what you can do? You can take some of that money from your credit card that is now where it is, put that into the market, and now slowly pay off your credit card while you're building in the markets. You see why that is important and why that structure is the way it is? Pay off and pay down your debts. It's important because then you can leverage your credit, and instead of trying to figure out, I need a big lump sum to put into the investment. No, you don't. You got it all wrong. Don't work backwards. Work forward, right? Then your debts are low. Your utilization is low. Your credit is higher. You can qualify for higher limits. You can then qualify to leverage the bank system to pay off debts or to leverage and invest. You have more power. You have more of a flex room than trying to work backwards. Fixing your credit and having a good foundation for your credit, it also builds discipline and strategy because you know that you're working with purpose. You're not just filling out, trying to figure it out. You're actually working with a purpose. And then lastly, you learn to be consistent, because if you're going to be in the markets, guess what? You're going to have to be consistent because times are going to be up in the stock market, right? Times are going to be down. But you got to, when you're in that type of environment, you can't work with the same mindset that you were working before, right? Credit is about strategy, but it's also about mindset, because a lot of us are going to go in, if we went right now of where we are, and we not prepared, we're going to go into the market with the same behaviors that we had outside of the stock market, and it's going to show, and we're going to be in, oh my God, I'm all in. Oh, I got to pull all out. Oh, I got to go all in. Oh, I got to pull out. And it's not like that. You're supposed to literally ride that wave. Ride that wave. You got billionaires that when the stock market start to go down, guess what they do? They buy more of those stocks because they know when that thing plunge up, trouble ain't gonna last always. Y'all know this, right? So, banks and financial institutions treat you differently when you have really good credit. They surely do. They treat you real different when you got good credit. Oh, y'all wasn't gonna tell me I'm ashy on this side. But, it's true. They really do treat you differently. And you treat yourself differently when you have better credit, right? You make smarter decisions. It's all about finding and scoping the, of where you are. Right now is the perfect time to begin working on your credit. A lot of you guys are not even far off. And the thing is, a good 1 to 2 months of instilling, because it only takes, 21 days to build a habit? So if you practice a certain discipline, or if you practice a certain strategy of, okay, this is how I'm going to run my money, this is how I'm going to do this, you're going to see it spill over into other things. You're going to see yourself start to make better decisions all the way around, which is going to prepare you to invest. It's going to prepare you to manage money, and it's going to prepare you to have direction with an actual purpose, right? So what I've been working on in these past couple of months has been, how do I need to get my house in order? What debts do I have? Like lining up all of my debts. Because again, y'all know in 2018, lost my job. 2019 for the first 8 months was just terrible, right? Lost everything, right? It was just kind of like spiraling down. And now I've already recovered more than half of what I lost in just a few months of being out here in Texas. I want to say I've been here in 2 months. So it's crazy what you can do in about 1 to 2 months, right? It's crazy where you can go with things in 1 to 2 months, but it all comes with strategy. How are you doing this, right? So this is why credit is first. Because you need to build. You need to build a strategy. You need to build discipline. You need to build consistency before you jump into investing into anything. And I promise you, it's not as difficult as you think. All you need is a little tweak, a small strategy. Because the main reason why so many of you guys are failing at your credit is just because you're doing guesswork. You're trying to figure it out on your own. And not just figuring it out on your own as in like you need to go buy and invest in a program. You're not even educating yourself. You just literally, I'm going to buy some gas this week, and then I'm going to pay it off. Or I'm going to rack up $130 on my card and then do this. No. Have a consistent amount that you spend on that card every single month and a strategy of when you pay it off. How and when you pay it off is extremely important. It's like almost crucial to the game, right? Once you figure out that's simple little small tweaks. You changing a day of when you pay. You could have been paying on the 15th and who knows? You might need to be paying on the 26th. And just that 26 is giving you the boost energy you need to your credit. That's getting you above. And you're like, oh, shoot, that's all I had to do? It's simple things that you need to do, right? So the first things first, look at where you are. If you need a free review, let me know. Let me know if you need a free review. And I will look at your report and I will tell you the areas of opportunity that you need to work on. Now, am I going to give you a strategy right then and there? No, you pay for my time. Period. Pay for my time, you pay for my resources. But will I give you areas of direction if you want to go out and do it yourself? Yeah, of course. Here's your areas of opportunity. This is what you need to focus on. And it's not just, negative items. Because so many people come to me thinking it's just about negative items. Sweetheart, I'm here to give you the rude awakening. It ain't just about that. You got people with foreclosures on their credit that are beasting in the 800s. Beasting in the 800s. It's about what else you can do. There are so many areas of opportunity, right? So that's boom. Number 2, I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So once you've, seen where you are, you put in your strategy. This is why I made the point that I made yesterday. For those who this applies for, set money aside from your stimulus check because people's stimulus checks are dropping tomorrow. Tomorrow, you will have $1,200 in your account. I don't know who this applies to, but you may have $1,200 in your account. Use it wisely. I'm not saying go take the whole $1,200 and go go fix your credit, because you may not even need that much. Again, that's the point of free reviews, to see what areas of opportunity you need, right? It may be something so small that you need to do, but set a few dollars aside, not just $3. Remember the point I told you guys yesterday, was put $300 aside. Hit me up. I'll do a free review for you. I'll let you know exactly what you need, and then you go invest in that. You go do exactly what it is you need to do with that, and watch your credit score over the next couple of months go up. Put in that work. Once you've seen the free review, you've got your money, and you've paid, you've done what you need to do, and then you put in the work. Then, and during this time, while you're putting in the work, go educate yourself. Dr. Boyce is really good. He is really, really good. $29 for his program. And I'm only in one long video. And that opened my eyes out to see, okay, I need to do this, that, and the third. Teaching me what I need to do to make smart moves in the stock market, if that's where you're going to go. If you're going to go day trade, cool. But either way it goes, you cannot just jump in all feet in. You need to have some type of direction. You need to have some type of guidance. You need to have some type of structure. Let's get it. Right? So, lastly, you really, really need to be getting your credit fixed so that you can not have to have all these debts weighing over you. Because I promise you, the reason why you broke is because you got too many hands in your pocket. Meaning, too many people is in your pockets. Too many companies, too many creditors, too many anything is in your pockets before you even get a chance to adjust and organize, right? So, a harsh reality that he let us know last night is the government cannot afford to take care of everyone at retirement. These little stimulus checks feel good now because, of course, they're working in the right now. But this is going to take time to recover. Everything that's going on right now is going to take time to recover, right? At retirement, don't think they can just take care of you. Right? So fixing your credit is the foundation for you to now make moves in other places. Because once you learn how to manage money, everything else is going to fall into place because you're going to have a clearer head to make decisions that needs to be made. Right? And that's the goal. Hey, Brendan. I was in a group and people were talking about how they were going to spend the stimulus. One guy talked about getting some Yeezys. Another guy talked about buying a pool table. You see what I'm saying? He's in a group. This guy named Dave said, I was in a group and people were talking about getting Yeezys. Another guy was talking about buying a pool table. So when the guy came at me yesterday and told me I was being insensitive, the people out here dying, and they ain't gonna have time to get no secure credit card, yet you got people in a group talking about they about to buy some Yeezys and a pool table? And I'm pretty sure they credit jacked up. Pretty sure the credit is jacked up. Come on now. Everyone is different, Brendan. I'll reach out to you specifically. I'll reach out to you specifically on your strategy because everybody is different as far as what they need to be doing, and I need to look over your strategy to figure out exactly what to answer your question and clear out exactly what it is you should be doing. Okay? Because like I said, how and when to make payments is different for everybody, but it's crucial. It can be literally the make or break to your credit. Literally. Just switching up a day that you pay. Just switching up how you pay. Just switching up how many times you pay. All of that makes a difference. And especially because there are different cards. So some people have cards that report 6 times a month. Some have cards that report 2 times a month. So all of those make the difference. So Brendan, I'll reach out to you specifically for what it is that you need. And I'll just kind of update. I got to update you on something else anyway. I think because I got to make sure that you signed. I don't think I've talked to you since the last card that I sent you. I don't know if you signed up for it yet. I'm investing myself with that stimulus check, my business, and get my dream. Thank you. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm about to add another skill to my repertoire. Literally. Oh, this stimulus check. I already got the budget out for what my stimulus check about to be going for. And I just showed y'all real quick. Facts, because I'm going to be out somewhere in Bora Bora while my stocks is making money. I'm be out here in Bora Bora with this chocolate fine thing in here, and we gonna be having a good old time. What y'all thought this was? Mm-hmm. Oh, and it was another point. Last point before I hop off, because my food just got here. So excited. Listen, it's not a lie when they say the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. I used to hate when people say it, because I'm like, man, but it's true. The rich keep getting richer because they keep finding new ways to add strategies to build. They ain't spending money on pool tables before they have assets. Now, if the people who got a pool table and they want to go get their Yeezys, if they got all the assets that they got, they want to get their Louis Vuitton bag, hey, go do you, because now that's a luxury. That's not a liability. But if your credit card debt is through the roof and you walk around here with some Yeezys on, but you struggling to make payments on your credit card, you use your credit card, you pay it off, like it's maxed out over the max, you pay on it, and then you use it again, and you finna go invest in some Yeezys? That's a problem. Now, I understand that life happens, and we make payments on our credit card, and we're trying to get afloat. I've been there. I lost credit cards. I've lost things. So I'm here. I get it. I understand. But you don't see me going out here to buy no dang on Yeezys. You're not finna see me. I got something nice that I want, that I'm going to get when I have a couple assets, right? I just got into the portion of my income where I got royalties coming in for certain stuff. You need to have different streams. One mainstream, one type of subscription type of thing, one type of thing that gives you royalties, some things that give you passive, some things that, give you long-term stability. I'm about to invest into pandemic insurance because I'm pretty sure we're going to have another pandemic sometime soon. 5-10 years from now, they're going to want to do another economy downturn. All that. So, yes, the rich keep getting richer because they keep putting in the work. They keep doing things to diversify their income and to make up for lost SHIT. Whereas the poor keep getting poorer because they keep investing in liabilities that ain't doing nothing for them. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here because I'm hungry and I got a class in 3 hours. So yeah, I hope y'all have a good old day. Reach out. Let's get y'all credit together because, again, if it's done right, you're going to have your house in order. Bye, y'all.